Welcome to Section 1. Point 2. Summarize fundamental security concepts. In this section, we break down the key building blocks of cybersecurity knowledge that every professional must understand. Let's begin with the CIA Triad: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Confidentiality ensures that only authorized people can access information. Integrity means that data stays accurate and hasn't been tampered with. Availability ensures systems and data are always accessible when needed. Next is non-repudiation. This proves that someone really took an action, like sending a message, and prevents them from denying it later. We then explore the AAA model. Authentication asks, "Who are you?" Authorization decides, "What can you do?" And accounting tracks, "What did you do?" Let us dive deeper into the three key concepts listed under AAA: authentication, authorization, and accounting. For authentication, we verify both people and systems. We verify identity, person, or system. First, authenticating people. This is where we verify a person's identity before allowing them access to a system or resource. It answers the question, are you really who you say you are? We use methods like passwords, biometrics, smart cards, or multi-factor authentication, such as receiving a code on your phone in addition to typing your password. For example, when an employee logs into a secure portal using a username and password, that's authenticating people. Let us also talk about authenticating systems. Just like users, systems also need to prove their identity to each other. This step makes sure machines are trusted before they connect. It asks, is this device or application really the one it claims to be? This is done using digital certificates, tokens, or secure keys. After we finish authenticating people and systems, the next big question is simple. What are you allowed to do? This is called authorization, the second A in AAA. Think of it this way. Authentication is showing your ID badge at the front door. Authorization is what decides whether you can walk into the building, sit in the lobby, or unlock the server room. Even if you're real, authorization makes sure you only get the access you actually need. Common authorization models. Role-based access control, RBAC. Here, your access is based on your job role. For example, if you're in HR, you can view employee files, but you can't touch the network equipment. If you're a network admin, you can configure routers, but you don't get to see payroll records. It's simple and clean. Your job title equals your permissions. Attribute-based access control, a BAC. This model looks at attributes or context, not just your role, but things like where you're logging in from, what time it is, even what device you're using. For example, you might be able to check company email from the office, but not from a coffee shop at midnight. It adapts to the situation. Mandatory access control, MAC. This is the strictest model, often used in government and military. Access is based on security labels, like top secret, confidential, or public. A person with secret clearance cannot open top secret files, no matter their role or rank. Permissions are locked down by policy and cannot be changed casually. Discretionary Access Control, DAC. This is the most flexible, but also more risky. Here, the resource owner decides who gets access. For example, if you create a file on your laptop, you decide whether to share it with others or keep it private. Access is literally at your discretion. The final one is accounting or auditing, tracking what you did. This final piece logs and monitors your actions. It answers questions like, when did you log in? What did you access? Did you try something you weren't supposed to? Example, every change you make in a system, like updating a patient record, is recorded for traceability. And that wraps up the 3 All-A concepts: authentication, proving who you are; authorization, what you're allowed to do; and accounting, auditing, checkmark. So in summary, the term AAAR, authentication. Are you who you say you are? Authorization. What are you allowed to do? Accounting. What did you actually do? This trio keeps systems secure and holds users accountable. The big picture, AAA, authentication, proving identity for people and systems. Are you really who you say you are? Authorization, deciding what that identity is allowed to do. Now that we know you, what are you allowed to access? Accounting, tracking what was done. What did you do once you got in? Together, they protect organizations from outsiders trying to sneak in and from insiders who shouldn't see everything. Now let's talk about gap analysis. This helps organizations find the difference between current security practices and what's actually needed. Gap analysis is like checking your security before and after picture, comparing where you are now with where you should be, then fixing the gaps. Next is Zero Trust, a modern security model where no one is trusted by default, not even people or devices already inside the network. Zero Trust means never trust, always verify. Every user, every device, every connection must prove it's safe every single time. To make this work, Zero Trust is built on 2 key parts: the control plane and the data plane. The control plane. Think of this as the brains of Zero Trust. It doesn't carry the traffic itself. Instead, it makes the decisions about who gets access and who doesn't. Adaptive identity. It keeps checking who you are and adapts based on your location, device, or even behavior. Threat scope reduction, shrinking the attack surface so hackers have fewer doors to break in. Policy-driven access control, rules that define exactly who can do what. Policy administrator, the part that sets up and manages those rules. Policy engine, the judge that decides in real time if you get access or not. So the control plane is the decision maker, the one that sets the rules. The data plane. Now, this is the muscle, the part that actually enforces what the control plane decides. Implicit trust zones, The network is divided into smaller, more secure sections. Being inside one area doesn't mean you can move freely everywhere. Subject or system, the actual person, device, or application, asking for access. Policy enforcement point, the security guard at the door, checking your request against the rules, and either letting you through or blocking you. So the data plane is the enforcer, the one that makes the rules real. The big picture, the control plane is the brain. The data plane is the muscle. Together, they make sure Zero Trust lives up to its name. Never trust, always verify. Because in today's world, trust isn't automatic. It has to be earned every single time. Next up, physical security. This is about protecting the actual building and equipment, not just the digital network. First, bollards. These are short, strong posts placed outside buildings. They stop cars or trucks from ramming into the entrance. Then, access control vestibules. Think of them as small entry rooms, where people are checked before getting inside. Fencing, a basic but powerful barrier that keeps intruders out of restricted areas. Video surveillance, cameras watching every corner, recording what happens 24/7. Security guards, real people on duty, checking IDs and responding to incidents. Access badges, your electronic key card, swiped or scanned before entry. Lighting, bright lights around doors, parking lots, and pathways, making it harder for intruders to hide. Sensors, devices that detect unusual activity. Examples include infrared sensors that sense body heat, pressure sensors that notice footsteps, microwave sensors that detect movement, and ultrasonic sensors that use sound waves to notice motion. In short, physical security is about keeping bad actors out before they even touch the network. A layered wall of barriers, checks, and monitoring. The final topic in section 1.2 is deception and disruption technology. This is about tricking attackers, confusing them, and wasting their time while keeping real systems safe. First, the honeypot. Think of it like a trap computer. It looks real to hackers, but it's actually a decoy. If someone tries to break in, the honeypot records their moves without risking your real data. Next, the honeynet. This is a whole network of honeypots connected together. It makes the fake environment look bigger and more realistic. Attackers can spend hours, even days, trapped inside, while security teams watch and learn from their behavior. Then we have the honey file. This is a fake file, maybe called payroll.xlxx or passwords text. If a hacker opens or copies it, alarms go off. It's bait, designed to expose intruders inside your network. Finally, the honey token. This could be a fake piece of data, like a credit card number or an API key. If someone tries to use it, security knows instantly that something is wrong. Together, these tools are like digital tripwires. They don't just defend, they detect, distract, and delay attackers. That way, your real systems stay safer, while attackers waste time chasing shadows. And that concludes Section 1.2, Security Controls and Countermeasures. We've covered everything from physical security to deception and disruption technologies, and how they all play a role in defending systems. Now, let's get ready for Section 1.3, Security Concepts. Here, we'll explore the core principles that guide how security really works at every level.